So a couple days ago, I get a phone call from a subscriber. Shout out to Scott. And Scott outlines to me that he's evaluating ERP systems. He wants an ERP system because his business is growing so fast that at this point he has to implement some level of automation so that he can scale from where he's at to 10 times bigger. Now, I love having these phone calls with customers because I get to really get insight in terms of what they're doing to grow their businesses, but also I'm able to give my input in terms of what they can do to optimize and make the business more efficient. Well, in Scott's case, he's got a proposal from an ERP system, but he's not on board with paying that proposal because he's unsure if that proposal and that implementation are going to solve his problems. So on that call, by accident, I laid out a process to be able to ensure that Scott gets the right ERP system and that ERP system actually delivers a return on investment. The first thing you want to do when purchasing an ERP system is you want to document all of your processes. Everything in your company must be documented. When I talk about processes, I mean, for example, if you're a warehouse, how do you do your receiving? How do you put product away? How do you fulfill? How are your returns handled? How do your sales orders get in the system? How do your purchase orders get in the system? How does your finance people in the back of the office work? What is everyone doing in your operation to make it run day to day? That's what has to be documented. Remember, an ERP system is designed to automate and integrate every department in your operation and make it more efficient. Well, if the person providing that ERP system doesn't understand your processes, they can't make a valuable recommendation in terms of what systems, supporting partner programs, configurations to implement for you. So make sure that all of those processes are properly documented. So once your processes are documented, next it's time to document your requirements. Your requirements are the consequence of those processes, the things that you see as inefficiencies and bottlenecks to your growth in your business. Requirements to me mean I understand how all of the departments are integrated in my operation. I can see within that integration what the inefficiencies are, what's done manual, what are people doing that requires a tremendous amount of experience and knowledge to be able to do. Well, at the end of the day, your key to growing and scaling the business is to be able to automate even the most complex tasks in the company and have a system do it for you. So what I do is take all of those requirements, all of the things that you view as bottlenecks, write them down. Then think about every system you're currently using. That's probably a mix of systems that aren't fully integrated, and think about what would you do with each of those systems to improve them. Now, once you've broken down those requirements, put them on a piece of paper, breaking it down by requirement. So you want to think about high level, what programs are we using today? Let's say you have a fulfillment program. Well, that would have a section in the document with all of the requirements. Let's say you have a sales program. Well, that would have the type of program and the sales requirements, etc. Once you have all of the programs written down, their corresponding requirements and everything you want to automate with the ERP system, now you're ready. The next thing you want to do is buy your ERP system for 2 years from today. Let's say you've gone from $5 million a year in revenue to $15 million a year in just 1 year. Well, extrapolating that out 2 years from now, you might very easily be at $50 million a year. You can't be buying with today. Because if you buy with today, you end up cutting corners, buying systems that don't scale well into that level. I've never had a customer doing more than $50 million a year in revenue that doesn't have an ERP system. So don't think throwing together QuickBooks and some manual processes is going to work for you, because it simply won't. QuickBooks has its limitations, which have been extensively covered on this channel. So I think, in your mind, I'm gonna buy for 2 years from today, and that's a great place to start so that you're mentally set for the price point that's coming down the road from the ERP system. Next thing you wanna do is evaluate the ERP systems. To do these evaluations, you have to send the sales rep from the ERP systems, whether it be Acumatica or NetSuite or Business Central or Odoo or whatever you're evaluating. You want to send them your processes and send them your requirements. The objective of these phone calls is not for them to sell you on the fact that yes, they're super successful and they have a track record of making businesses like your scale. No, you want to get a solution consultant on the phone as fast as possible. That solution consultant should evaluate the paperwork that you've provided for them and talk your language. They should be able to understand your business and show that they've put the work in to understand and internalize everything you've taken the time to document. So make sure you get the solution consultant on the phone and that they know the requirements. Once a provider is 100% comfortable with what you're looking to accomplish, they're going to bring to the table a bunch of partners. No single ERP system does everything. Every ERP system depends on a marketplace and supporting applications that cover different niches and execute different tasks. So once these people come on the subsequent meeting after talking to the solution consultant, they're going to walk you through how these partners are going to fulfill the requirements on the document that you created earlier in the process. Every single one of these partners should be fully versed in your business, in how you work, and they should be willing to find solutions to everything outlined in your requirement document, and then to solidify, they should be able to take your processes and show you how you're going to make your business more automated. So together, the ERP system and their partners should create this ecosystem, this total solution that's going to automate your business and allow you to scale. So at this point, the solution consultant, the partners, everybody knows what you want to do. It's time for them to deliver a quote. You're going to get a quote down the road, and trust me, it's not going to be cheap, but you have a rapidly growing business, and the longer you wait to do this, more than likely the ROI on doing it becomes exponentially higher. So what I like to do is I like to create an ROI spreadsheet. I would take all of the manual processes that you currently have, all of the waste that you currently have, anything negative going into your ERP or your current accounting system that's a product of inefficiency in your business, I would take all of that and put it in a spreadsheet. Try to understand what the total costs are of having to do that. How many employees are you employing on purpose because they're doing things manually? Well, once you have this, you can compare this to the cost from the ERP system, and you should be able to determine a return on investment. Not just an ROI. How much is it going to make you per year? How is it going to allow you to scale? But most importantly, what's the payback schedule on that ERP system based on the cost that you have? Now, if the ERP provider is savvy enough, they should be able to help you with this and show you where they're going to cut costs, show you where they're going to grow your business, and show you where they're going to eliminate waste. If they can do this and show that you're going to return your money in 18 to 20 months or less, then I think you've got a great proposal and you should pull the trigger to implement the ERP. And that's a good segue. It's time to make a decision. The decision is made on what these ERP providers show you, not what they tell you. Once they've shown you an ROI, they've demoed everything for you, they know your lingo, they understand your business, now you have to make a decision. And because you made a commitment to make a decision for 2 years from today, you should be mentally prepared to outlay the cash to do it. The more you put this off, the more you kick the can down the road, the bigger problem it becomes, especially if your business is growing exponentially. So my recommendation is, once you know for a fact that the solution is going to work, you've seen it, you know what the ROI is, make a decision, pay the bill, and start the implementation, because 6 months down the road, you're going to be super happy you did. If you enjoyed that video, go down below. Give me a comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff. If you agree or disagree, I'd love to hear your feedback. Anyways, I look forward to seeing you next video. Take care.